Mr. President, this afternoon we will also be voting to invoke cloture on the nomination of Sean Duffy to be Secretary of Transportation. Mr. Duffy brings valuable experience that will help him in managing our nation's sprawling transportation system, and he has some important work ahead of him. In recent years, there have been a number of challenges in the transportation sector. We've seen serious safety concerns affect air travel. Issues at our ports have led to supply chain challenges. A pilot shortage has resulted in reduced air service in parts of the country. And all the while, the Biden administration seemed to be focused on forcing Americans into electric vehicles and forcing progressive ideology into transportation policy. Mr. President, the American people expect to have a safe and efficient transportation system, and that's the top priority of the Transportation Department. And it's what Sean Duffy is focused on. As a 5-term congressman and a co-chair of the Great Lakes Task Force, Mr. Duffy worked with Republicans and Democrats in the House and the Senate on a number of infrastructure projects, including the replacement of a decades-old structurally deficient bridge connecting Wisconsin and Minnesota and upgrading the Sioux locks. Our colleague, Senator Baldwin, has called Mr. Duffy, and I quote, "the right person for this job," and he earned a unanimous bipartisan vote out of the Commerce Committee last week. Mr. President, as Mr. Duffy mentioned during his confirmation hearing, he and his wife, Rachel, have 9 children. And I'm not the first to observe that the logistics of moving the Duffy clan is by itself preparation for this job. But more seriously, Mr. President, as a father and the parent of new drivers, transportation safety is personal to Mr. Duffy. And as a resident of a rural state myself, I appreciate that coming from rural Wisconsin, he knows the infrastructure needs in rural parts of the country are just as important as those anywhere else. Mr. President, Sean Duffy will bring valuable experience and knowledge to the Transportation Department, and he has a proven track record of working with Republicans and Democrats to deliver good infrastructure for the people we all serve. I look forward to working with him in this new role, and I look forward to confirming both Mr. Besson and Mr. Duffy in the very near future.